Welcome welcome all. This your boy Jax Wild. That's the homeboy PG, the hustler.
What's
This
happening?
is the Redeployment Podcast. Welcome to another Wednesday. We up in here. What's up with you, P? How you feeling?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, just keeping the tabs, man. Checking these opening nights out. You know what I'm saying? Checking these
Hey,
opening night games out. You know what I mean?
man.
You
Okay,
feel me?
okay. Hey, yo, I tell you what, man. I was a little bit upset at the exit y'all had last year, man. I
I know.
really Cavs did a well, I take that back. The Tigers, the Detroit Tigers, just repeated the same thing that happened to the Cavs. We was hot off the jump, hot off the press, beat everybody down, came to playoffs, fizzled out. Man, talk to us about your team, man. What happened?
Hey, man. You know, we had a couple of injuries, man. We had a couple of
Yeah,
guys out, man. And plus, I don't know. You know, this is a young squad. It's not a solid veteran. You know what I mean? That's
right.
there. Even Donovan Mitchell is young. He got a lot of, you know, um, how I want to say it. He got a lot of game to learn. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Ins and outs and stuff like that. Intangibles, the stuff that they don't teach that you can only learn through experience. So I think they good now. I got a good run for them. Better than I think if everybody stay healthy, I think they can go back this year. I think we can at least get to the third round, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It just depends
Yeah.
on how everybody looking and everybody's health, man. Because if you think about it, the whole series last year went all the way down to health.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole the finals even fizzled out when Halliburton when Hallie went down.
Now here's my thing. Now this ain't no sports show. However, this is some of the things we do in the military. We get around that water cooler and we talk about our teams because that's all we got. We from all over ends of the planet, but our team is our team. Now, with that being said, the East, I feel is wide open. And let me tell you why. Because Jason is out.
Yeah,
Who else is out? Halliburton is out. The Magic is restructuring. They got some killers down there, but they
yeah.
restructuring. I really feel who that
The Heat doing the same
the
thing.
Heat, the Heat.
They trying to build. They a little bit deeper into their restructure, but they still do the same thing.
Now Detroit, we had a great finish of the season, but because we started so blah, I feel like we in a nice little groove. So we'll see. Now the West, oh man, they gonna beat each other to death, bro. They
Oh yeah, it's
they loaded.
pandemonium over there.
They loaded over there, man.
It's
Bro,
pandemonium.
so what do you think? And this is just a hot take moment right here. What do you think if we just got rid of the East and West and then we go 1 through what? I think we got 32 or
32 teams.
35.
I think
Is
it's
it
32.
32?
Ain't
Okay,
it?
I think it's
I think
32.
so. I think it's 32.
Let's just get rid of 1 through 32. Let's get rid of the East and West and let's just go 1 through 32. Top 15 get in and we just battle it out, knuck it out. Because the East and the West is always going to be lopsided until we get our stuff together over here on the East. We don't
I
got our
don't
stuff
know.
together yet, man.
I don't know, man, because this is the thing. I get it. I get it. I get what you're trying to do. I definitely
Okay.
get it. But we have these seeds in these spots for a reason. Because
Okay.
sometimes you get that Cinderella story, you know what I mean, where a team might be getting smacked, you know what I mean, during the regular season by they division rivals, but then when it's playoff time, like everybody got a chip on their shoulder. So these are the
Yeah.
games that they know they got to win, and they've already played them throughout the season. So now they know their game. They're a
Okay.
little bit more familiar with it. So it's a more serious take. That's what makes the postseason more serious for me. For me, that's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I think just cutting it 1 to 15 would kind of You know what I mean? Or one that what 16 or whatever. I think it would kind of limit some of that drama that we get from these teams that really push. You know what I mean? And really get
That's true.
really get into it. So I don't know,
That's
man.
true.
That'd be weird. That'd be weird to see, man.
Thank you for that, Commissioner Hustle.
I'm done, man.
No, I do want to touch on a couple quick things before we get our guests on here.
Okay.
Today is let me get to it. It was right here on my phone. Today I believe is day 30. No, today is day 22 of the government shutdown, bro.
Oh yeah.
Today,
yep.
Or it says here, the United States Senate has failed for the 12th time to advance the House passing a resolution to reopen the government. And the vote ain't even close. It's 54-46. So we're still a ways away from, I would say at least 2 weeks away. Here's what I see, and I would like your take on this. Essential workers. Now, when we talk about essential workers, we talk about air traffic controllers. We're talking about TSA because I like to travel. They are remaining to be unpaid and now are starting to face hardships. So the president went to the Pentagon and was like, "Hey, y'all gonna pay the military, whether that was legal or not. You know, it is what it is. That's not my business. But now you need to do that again because now we can't fly nowhere. Because man, they say in the TSA some days they be like, you know what? Today I don't feel like working for no money. I ain't going in, and rightfully so, right? Because they didn't sign no contract like we did.
I mean, they're gonna lose their job, but yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's still stipulations about that. Huh?
Who you gonna hire? And be like, hey man, we gonna bring you on, but you know, I'm talking about we're not gonna be able to give you no I'm talking about for about about a couple more months.
But that ain't even that. I get where you going, but that ain't what I mean. Oh, the government shut down. They don't have a problem with firing you right now.
Oh, that's true.
Because you probably gonna get let go anyway. Ain't nobody getting paid. You don't show up to work, it ain't no problem with firing you. When it come back on, you won't be having no job. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted now. This is still the real world. This is still the real world. You cannot not come to work just because they ain't paying you. If they say you supposed to be there and you not getting paid, you supposed to be there.
Now look, bro. Come on,
exactly,
P.
America. Put the 3 Ks in there.
Come on, P. Think about it though, man. We're asking people to come to work, and I ain't giving you a dime.
But Jax, you fresh out. You a year out. You just been out. You just been in here. This America, sir. This is the civilian world. They do not care about that. This is not. Oh, this ain't that. This ain't that.
See, the thing about it is, I'm still of the mentality that I signed a contract to be here every day, even though you're not gonna pay me. You down there at the TSA, I don't know if they signed a contract or not, but
worst they can do is if they're in the union, they can strike. That's the worst thing they can do. If they're in the union, everybody can get together and strike. If you're not in no union, if it's not a union job, go to work. Your paycheck will get here when it get here. They still gotta back pay them. Don't forget that.
Oh man, now look, my boy is right outside Atlanta, Marcus Harrison. Now, Marcus, I need to tell you because you watching. Speakers, dunks, I'm talking about Honda Accords on 55s. I'm talking about sneakers. Yo. I'm talking about gold chains everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? When that bad pay hit, we ain't paying no bills. We not paying no bills. We got bottle service. We out. Not a
that is
damn
hilarious.
bill. Yeah, but
Man, is it not what they're gonna still talk about their own? Because you know they're gonna come up with some kind of program to help people out. They have to come up with a program somewhere to help people out on these bills and stuff. Because I mean, as essential workers, even though you got to be there as essential workers, something they have to, as an employer or as a corporation, you got to look out for your employees some kind of way. Because I mean, like I said, if they don't have a union, ones will develop and they will strike.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it ain't gonna be no hiring. They can't hire nobody because they ain't gonna be making no money.
Man, did you see this, Cloud? See, this is why we shouldn't have.
What's that? The blue flame? Yeah, Magic City. Yeah. Oh, I know. Hey, I get the gist. I understand. I know what's happening. I know it's hey, they gonna be out there, boy.
Man, dollar bill. Come on, where we at, dollar bill?
Bro, you're gonna see so many money spreads. You're gonna see so many all of that. Essential workers gonna be hood for listen. Because they ain't gonna get it ain't gonna be no just anybody get. It's gonna be people that went to work and was really doing they do. So they gonna cook loose, boy. Cadillacs, boy. They finna what you said, Dunks, rims, 22 speakers. I mean, they all working people.
Hustle. That's what we need to do. We need to take us a couple cars down to Atlanta, and you know what I'm saying. Do your thing.
We'll get the flip going, huh?
Yeah, we go down there. We take us a trailer full of cars right when the government shutdown is over.
Facts. I'm ready.
That's our hustle. I'm with it. But we got a great show for you today. But before we get to the show, I do want to talk about our good sponsor. Our sponsor of today is the boys from W Energy. Let me get the thing up right here. Where's that?
W Energy.gg. Go over there, pick out you a flavor. You feel me? Pick out you a flavor, get a tester pack, get a shaker. You know what I mean? All natural. You know what I mean? It's just there's no chemicals, all natural, and active ingredient is the coffee fruit extract. So
they even got this bad boy.
Which the Japanese bundle,
and then the promo code is
the promo code is
G the Hustler for 10% off your order.
Yes,
you can scan that code at the top of the screen there if you're looking on a laptop and you got your phone. This is a cool feature, but it didn't it makes sense, but it really don't make sense. But that's the code. It'll take you right there to it. Then we also got merch. My boys over at blackmoneymedia.live.com has us set up with our own merch channel. I'm rocking the shirt right here, so you know it's real. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? We got the hats, we got the hoodies, we got the beanies. It's about to get cold outside. So please.
And we finna have, man, I'm actually gonna do some work this weekend, and I want to put together some coats, man. I want to put together some nice coats, man. Nice thick coats.
That'd be nice.
Nice thick jackets for the wintertime, man.
Jackets. And you know what, man? I like to wear a lot of polos, you know what I'm saying, to work. So if you can, you know what I'm saying, if you can hook me up with a polo, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I got you with the polo.
It. And that right there, right above my head, is also the code to our shop. That takes you right to blackmoneymedialive.com/collections/the Redeployment Podcast. So please
Yes,
go
sir.
shop with your boys, man. We just trying to redeploy. We just trying to get back out here in the good world. We just trying to show everybody a good time. We want to be a platform where we can be here for the veterans. So we'll be out. Yo, before we go forward, and I know I keep saying this before we bring, I was just asked at work the what is it called? The Carolina Union Activity Board is hosting a Veterans Day gathering, if you will. They
Nice.
asked your boy to be the keynote speaker.
Oh,
Come on,
air
man.
horns
Come
for
on,
sure.
man. The keynote speaker, bro. Talking about just basically talking about what we talk here on the podcast about my experiences, about transitioning, thoughts and all that good stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? The link will be up. I will be going live. I'll have my little tripod to the side. I'll be mic'd up for me.
I was gonna say,
And
please
so,
have wifey film it. Please go
yeah,
live.
so yeah, I'll definitely have that joint up. Yeah, so man, it's gonna be. I'm excited because so they was putting together this thing, the activity board. They put together a lot of stuff for the students, and one of the things they talk about is they celebrate or try to celebrate every kind of holiday for the students, bring awareness to these holidays and whatnot. So they
Nice.
were gonna go out and find a veteran to come and talk. And then one of the graduate students was like, why are we going to find a veteran? We could just ask Mr. James. And I pulled up. I'm delivering a package, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ordered this, you know what I'm saying, for your holiday party, for your Halloween joint. And they was like, excuse me, Mr. James, we're having this thing and we were asked, we would like you to be the speaker. I said,
yes, that's funny, right? Right, Marcus? That's funny, Marcus, right? That's what I'm laughing at.
Oh my God!
I said, sign the boy up, man. I was like, sign the boy up, man. I'm ready. Put me in the game.
That is hilarious. That's what's up, yo. Hey,
Yeah,
how they ask you again? How they ask you again?
Like, excuse me, Mr. James. Just wondering if you will perhaps be our keynote speaker for the Veterans Day. I said, oh man.
Oh, bro. What it made your day like when you do it?
Oh, bro. I'm talking about this
Oh my God!
all day. Oh my God.
Hey, man, okay. Okay, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the news around my neck of the woods. You got anything popping going on in your neck of the woods?
Man, I ain't got nothing popping, man. I'm happy to be slight weight back up on 2 feet. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And I'm getting back to it, man. But other than that, man, I'm ready to get to it, man. I'm ready to get to the guests, man. I know the guests ready to,
Yeah, I know. So
it's always Jules. It's always Jules, and I'm anxious because I'm just anxious. It's always gonna be it's always a good show.
All right, always. So peep game, right? All right, so this part of my life is the Germany part of my life. It is, I got to Germany in 2018. I want to say he came in 2020, 21, something like that. Anyhow, I was just starting to get my feet together, right, in the unit. The unit I was in was a TAC P unit. That is terminal attack person. I'll let him explain it what he do. But anyway, I was one of like 3 black men in the unit.
Wow.
So when I tell you he seen me, I seen him, we locked eyes, we got this handshake here, we brought it in real tough. like, man, I'm glad
Right.
you're here. He was like, I'm glad to be here. So, man, I want everybody to give a round of applause for the good fellow, my boy, Walden. They calling him Dub. They calling him Dub these days. So we want to let's give him another. So we appreciate him coming through. I hit him up. Now, again, we were the two, excuse the French, the blackest folks up in there, right? It's just is what it is. It's a part of the game. But when we got together, we was like, hey, I brought him in that office, man. We closed that door. It was like, all right, look, this is what we got to get done. And he was, from day one, he rolled out like this plan of what needed to happen between, us as black men, what we was going to do for the airmen. And so, man, shouts out to him. I'm so glad for him to accept the invitation and come on board. So welcome. That was my best guest pastor impersonation. So please tell us how your day going. Introduce yourself. Go ahead.
My name is Weldon. I go by Dub now here in Hawaii. I'm a barber, but I hail from Fayetteville, North Carolina, or a town just south of Fayetteville called St. Paul's. Man, you just said a lot, bro. When we did see eye to eye, in that office that day, we knew what it was, but also too, like, I'm gonna just go ahead and hop right into it. I wanted to, because you were on the support side of things, and I was on the operator side of things. I wanted to kill that. I knew it stunk. I knew it stunk when I walked in the building. I knew it was always operators against support. I wanted to kill that, you know what I'm saying? Because as brothers, we know what it means to actually work together and be together and be able to actually function together. In that type of environment, bro, they needed it a lot. We needed it for them. You know what I mean? And like to put everything together, man. Like, so this is what brotherly love looks like in the real sense of the word. We're gonna make sure that we're good, and we're gonna make sure that the whole team is good. So when it comes to actually functioning as a unit, we do it and we make it look good, even when we have problems.
Let's go. So before we let you roll all the way in, because I feel like you're ready, we got to take you all the way back. This is called the drop. This is the days, weeks, months leading to you joining the military. Tell us why you joined, why you chose the Air Force, why you chose the job you chose, and anything outside of that.
Well, man, people from St. Paul's and Fayetteville know this place called Britt Road. Britt Road is not a happy-go-lucky place. It is in the countryside, so a lot of people take it for granted. But it's a lot of hustlers out there, and it's a lot of young men out there that yield weapons. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing in the 80s crack epidemic hit that area rough as well. Whatever. There's a lot of young men out there getting a lot of money out in the middle of the country, and I wanted to get away from that after I graduated from high school. It was just I wanted to get away from it, and man, funny story is I left with a cousin of mine from North Carolina and went to Texas. She had already lived in Texas, and she asked me if I wanted to go, like a month in advance. So I told her, yeah, I wanted to go, but at the time I was working. I had just graduated high school. I was working at this hog processing plant called Smithfield. Everybody get the Smithfield sausage and hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, yeah, I know exactly what that is.
So yeah, I was a forklift operator in the cold storage inside of the Smithfield operating plant, and it was 40 degrees below every single night, 12 hours a night, man. So I got tired of that and ended up quitting the job. Got my last check, and on the day I got my last check, it was the day that she was leaving, luckily. And I didn't even tell my parents. I just told my uncle, hey, look, I'm about to move to Texas. I packed a small bag and hopped in the car with her. Off we went to Texas. and ended up in Killeen, Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I went from one hood to another hood, and
Oh, that was the hood.
Yeah, within 3 months of me being at Fort Hood, I made a decision to join the military, and it was set up in a unique way, man. It was like Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy, Army, Marines, and I was like, you know what? Let's start at the Air Force. And luckily, in the Air Force office, there was a black recruiter. And, that's another story within that too. But the long story short, the black recruiter really, really took care of me, man. And once I got in, I went in open general, and they were going to make me
brother.
I think they were going to make me a firefighter. And my mentality back then, not knowing any better, man, I want to stay away from anything that's law enforcement. I'm coming like right off the streets. Even though I'm a high school graduate, I could have went to college and everything. I had the academics to do so. I just wanted to stay away from cops. Even I felt like firefighter fit into that actual category as well. So this black recruiter, while I was in basic training, presented me with this idea of becoming a TAC-P. And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, man, if he can do it, he was a 5'2" guy, slim. It was back when we had the camouflage, the BDUs.
Yeah.
His BDUs was sharp. He had on his black beret. And I was like, you know what, man, if I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, we about the same size, man. If you can do this, I'm pretty sure I can figure it out too, man. So
now break down exactly what TAC-P stands for.
Tactical Air Control Party.
Okay.
We are the Army's we're basically the Army's Air Force liaison. I mean, if those guys need certain types of airstrikes, we're the guys who plan it and service that to those guys.
Wow.
In a nutshell.
So you will be our first combat veteran on the show. So we want to give you appreciate you because I know there's a lot of times missed from the family, a lot of times in the woods, eating a lot of MREs. So just a question. What's your favorite MRE, man? Got to give it to us right now. Off the cuff. What you going? You going for the chili mac?
Nah, man, it's got to be. Let me think about it. Man, it's been a while since I ate an MRE.
See, you got out. You done forgot your ways, man.
I gotta say, man, like the first time I had the beef patty, man, it just hit different. A lot of people don't like it.
Okay.
But it just hit different for me because they had the cheese, they had the bread. And if you heat the meat up and the bread up the right way or whatever, it just worked itself out.
All right. So shouts out to the beef patty out there, man.
Patty.
Yes, sir. So you came in, you chose TAC-P. How was your basic training experience?
Man, it was easy, man.
Okay.
I was actually one of the, because I played football and I played track as well in high school. And I worked and lived on a farm with my great grandmother, and we had to cut wood. We had to chop wood as young men. So physically, man, I was prepared for anything anyone threw at me, right? So, like, when it came to the physical stuff and actually listening, it wasn't a problem at all, man. Even with, the guys yelling and screaming and stuff, man, it was like, okay, none of these guys are worse than my grandma. One of these guys are worse than my great grandma. So I'm laughing. I'm like, I had a serious face, but I'm laughing inside at the other guys cower to these drill instructors. And it's like,
yeah,
man, like, but also too, I could fight as well. So it was like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about anything. I'm just listening and go through the process. And the last thing that I wanted to do was go back home. So
yeah,
it was motivation internally for me to just listen, do what I needed to do, get through the days.
Yeah. How many bases were you able to hit while you were in?
Man, as far as being stationed,
Yeah,
like
because I know the TACPs, they have to be stationed near and around the army. So how many bases did you have to hit? And if you could say one was your favorite, what was your favorite, and what was your worst one?
man, my worst one was man. That's a good question. Uh, my best one was Wiesbaden Army Airfield. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know why Wiesbaden is one of the greatest bases on Earth.
Yeah.
It's just in that location, man, in Germany. My worst, but I have to say my best was I grew the most there as well, was Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington.
Okay. Washington State.
Yeah. I had a rough time there. However, I learned a lot about myself from that location too, in regards to what you don't like will help you grow into who you are supposed to be quicker than what you like and where you like to be at.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
We gotta put the butter knives up. We need a steak knife for that one.
Yeah.
Run that right back by me and then go ahead and open that up, bro. We gotta go there.
Washington is one of those places where it rains at least 8 months out of the year.
Okay.
So it's cloudy, it's dreary, it's cold. I'm a child of the sun, so I like to feel the heat of the sun. I like to be out in the sun. I like to be outside. Being a country kid, man. And if you don't like the rain and the sadness that the rain brings, if you're going through stuff in life, that place will work on you and wear you down. Your vitamin D gets low. So I went through my first divorce there as well. I went from having 3 kids in the house to having no kids in the house. And it's the first time I really ever got in trouble in the military as well. And it took a lot of things that had been built up over time that start to break down around me. Me taking the priority of operations and not really having to work family life balance kind of just really broke me down. But also too, in the midst of that, not really balancing work the right way as well, trying to go through the process of a divorce and dealing with the weather and dealing with really long drawn out mental health issues as far as PTSD and whatnot. So it's like everything came at a head at one time, and I had to slowly but surely, like really dig into myself and rebuild myself. But also too, I had marquee people around me that consistently pray for me and allowed me to do volunteer work within that community as well. So, like I said, those tough times are there to teach you valuable lessons in regards to who you are supposed to become, not the comfortable moments. The comfortable moments need to be there to show you what life can truly give you, but those hard times help you really see how valuable those good times are. And I didn't even realize that, man.
Wow.
Even spending time with my children and whatnot, I didn't really like hone in and really value that until it was no more.
Yeah. What how long were you in before you got stationed there?
I was at year, I want to say 13, 14.
Oh, okay. So you had been through some stuff.
Right.
And
I had already been to Iraq twice. I had already been to Afghanistan. I had already worked with the SF guys in Korea. You asked me how many assignments that I have too. I went from Fort Hood to Camp Red Cloud, Korea, to Wiesbaden, Germany, back to Camp Red Cloud, Korea, to Hawaii, to Joint Base Lewis McChord, left there, went to Osan Air Base back in Korea, and then to Germany to Bilsang.
Okay. So 8 of them things, boy.
Yeah.
And how many in 20 years, right?
Yeah, 22 years.
in 22 years. So in 22 years, I hit 4. I was at Kadena.
Yeah.
Then I went to I went to Incirlik first, Turkey, then to Kadena, then to Florida, Germany, 05. And then Cali was my last one. So 5 in 20 years versus 8 in 20 years, man. That's a lot of moving, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Just a quick side note. Do you still find them those I can't find one now, but those little tags from moving household goods?
Absolutely, bro. I see them every day.
And you find the different colors because one team used the blue, one team used the green. You can just see how many
yellows,
times
the oranges. Yeah. Yep.
So that's good, man. So being in the military, I know leadership. Just when I first met you, man, you just like ooze leadership. There were some folks who knew you from previous bases that immediately got themselves together because they didn't want none. They didn't want none, so they already knew what time it was.
Right.
And I thought that was so good to see. Not the fact that they were scared of you, but they just knew how you got down, so they was already ready to go. They was already ready to get together. So can you give us a couple key notes on how our future leaders can be something like that, where they're not scared of you, but they respect you. They know what the business is because they need people solid in their lives as they go through the career. So how did you develop that, or give us some ways we can develop that?
Really, it boils down. Really, for me, it just really boiled down to, hey, look, I like to have fun, but also too, I like to get things done. And if you're one of the ones that's, excuse my French, if you're going to be one of the ones that's bullshit and wasting my time, then man, go hop on another team, bro. It's time to have fun, but when it's time to get busy and get to work, understand, like, I'm going to be at the front, like in the mud with you. I'm going to be in the front running with you. I'm going to be in the front rucking with you. I mean, I'm going to make sure that it sucks, but I'm going to make sure we stuck together. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, but I'm going to make sure that everything that is tough that we have to go through, we're going to go through it together. We're going to go through it like professionals, but also too, we're going to have fun. And I think that was the balance for me with the guys at the unit when I first got there. You know, I mean, me really breaking that down to the guys. Hey, look, man, the equipment is in array, the trucks are in array. We're going to get this thing together, and we're going to work late some nights. And you know what? I'm going to be here working late with you, teaching you how to prevent this from ever happening again. And there was a lot of leaders there, young leaders there. They really didn't like that approach because they had got used to the mediocrity of going through the day-to-day process of not working out, not maintaining equipment, not maintaining standards. And that's not me. That was never me. So, like, no, like, when I walked in the door, they knew straight off the bat. A lot of those E7s as well. They knew, like, man, we can't pull a fast one across him. He's been in longer than me. He know what right looks like. So guess what? Mr. Right is coming through the door to make things right.
and that was so good because I was the logistics part of it. I was running the logistics shop in the back. So I had the guys with the trucks sign out the trucks, getting maintenance in the building, getting maintenance on the Humvees and all of that. And it wasn't really until you came and a couple other leaders got into place where this divide, we started to bridge that gap, because you really brought what teamwork meant to the whole thing. I remember you coming in and be like, wait, the last word in our name is party, right? That doesn't mean separate. you don't have two separate parties in the same room. We're all partying together. So those guys, and you will take us with you. I mean, bro, I didn't need to go ruck with you. I didn't want that. I wanted the piece where you bring us the broke radios, we sign you over good trucks, everybody, but you was like, nah, man, you gotta take both sides because they gotta know you and you gotta know them. This is how it works. So talk about that.
I think that's the you know, you bring up a good point. I remember the reason why I wanted you to go ruck with us, so you can wear the gear that you were issuing to us as well, to see how it reacted to your body, so you can say, you know what, man, maybe the guys need this versus this. The way this is feeling on me, man, we need to get them some better equipment, whatever. And it always makes sense to me that way. But also too, when it comes to operators telling you that you don't do this, you don't go out and you don't do this. No, man, we changing that, bro. Every time we go out and train, man, I need the support element to come out and actually see and witness what it is that the operators do. You know what I mean? So you truly become a part of the actual party as well. Vehicle maintainers, the radio maintainers, supply specialists, even the ladies in the front office, whatnot. You know what I mean? They need to understand and see the importance of their job and how it helps us out, but also too what it adds to as far as the commander's overarching priorities. How does what we do add value to this overarching objective or goal? We need to go see the actual groundwork.
Yeah.
To actually to really understand.
Yeah, and that was good because you know it was sometimes you know we were complaining, you know, operators are not doing this and operators not doing that, and then they were complaining that supporters not doing this, supporters not doing that. So it was some change of with some leaders had left, some leaders that came in with yourself, and it was like, nah, we all in this together. We all and it got done, and it was a better element once they seen us working out with us. Now, mind you, we wasn't running as fast as they were, but we were all running. Right. We wasn't running as fast, but we were all running. And so I think that created the teamwork element that we needed to pull together. What other if you, because I know you say you cut hair now. Are you in the barbershop? Do you have a team in the barbershop that you are going, or are you by yourself? How does that work?
Absolutely, man. We got 3 other barbers in there outside of myself now, and that's one of the marquee things that I preach on day in, day out. And I'm here for the team. Whatever I can do to make sure that you gain additional clients or new clients stay with you.
Right.
That's what we're going to focus on. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure that you're consistently in a climate, in an environment to where you and your family, you can eat so you can feed your family.
Yeah.
And that's my marquee thing every single day. I'm there more than anybody else. You know, inherently, I'm there, and I don't have to be. I mean, you know, the VA take care of me now. But I'm there, you know what I'm saying, 6 or 7 days a week, man. No, I don't do full 10 or 12-hour days every single day. Mondays and Tuesdays, I kind of pull back my hours so I can take care of stuff in the house, but also take care of myself. But from Wednesday to Sunday, man, 10 plus hours.
Wow.
10 plus hours I'm giving to the craft.
That's awesome, man. I love to hear that. What about what do you do as far as still giving back to community? Because I mean you were community based. I knew you and a couple of the guys that we were in Vilsec with, we all got together. We was doing some cooking and some fellowshipping. Do you still do any of that?
Absolutely, bro. That's like,
and I mean, you said it so subtly, but you're in Hawaii, so come on, it's got to be luau's everywhere.
that's a part of who I am. So when it comes to back to school events, or we just had a fall break event, you know what I'm saying? The kids, as long as they got A's and B's on their report card, they're getting a free haircut from me. I can't say same for the other barbers, but for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give it back in that way, but also too, I get a lot of young 11 Bravos. That's Army infantry for those guys who don't understand Army nomenclature. I have a high respect for the 11 Bravos. So when they come in, especially if they're E1 to E5, I give them a discounted haircut. Most of the E1, E2s, those guys, they'll pay for a haircut, and then the next one will be free. You know what I mean? And I do that off and on with them. You know what I mean? That keeps the loyalty high, but also too, that keeps money in their pocket they can utilize to do other things.
That's good. I love to hear that, man, because the one thing that we do well is transition into positions. I had a conversation with a guy the other day. We were talking about transitioning and stuff, and he asked me a question. I'm gonna ask you, what was the biggest hurdle about transitioning for you out of the military?
Man, really, there's a few. Number one, I would say waiting on the VA process to solidify to see what your final rating was, because that was going to push or pull a few other decisions, right? And I think it's the most for all veterans. It's like waiting on that number. If you don't lead ahead and get it done early, and I didn't because I had medical issues going on while I was transitioning out.
Right.
So just waiting on that number, but also too, like, man, like, it's weird being around non-military people. It's like the moral standard drops off. Like, it's just day and night, man. Like, you got a lot of civilians out there with good sound moral character, but when it comes to standards, man, it's like all over the place, man. And some days it just drives me nuts, and I'm getting to a place now. It's like, okay, cool. I'm normal. I'm lowering my expectations in regards to the people I have to come in, in contact with as far as the civilian side of things.
Right.
Yeah.
So my answer back to him was, so for 20 plus years being in the military, there was this mantra that, man, when you retire, you're going to be the man. People are going to want you, they're going to just retire, get that plaque, get that, whatever, that retirement, do the 20 years. And society itself is going to think so highly of you, and they're going to be ushering you into jobs and all this. And the biggest misconception is, when I got out and I went out of those gates with the big head, man, I'm retired, Air Force, blah, blah, blah. And they said, thank you for your service. The line is over there. The back of the line is there. We still need your resume. We still need this. We still need all this paperwork. And then and until I got the hang of it, man, I was getting denial emails right after I was applying for jobs. So I was like, I thought they said I was gonna be the man. I'm not the man.
Yeah.
They like, no, thank you for your service, but get to the back of the line, sir. Like, you're late. Like, and so that was one of my things that I really had to deal with. What do you say to that? Have you had either that kind of?
No, I really thought about that, and I didn't want to go through that wheelhouse of even really like hunkering down and searching for a job, bro. It just, like, entrepreneurship had already spoken to me while I was in Washington, but also too while I was in Korea, and it did the same thing to me when I was in Germany. And it's like, you know what? I can really, really do this. I can step out into the world on my own and really make it. I have a vibe. I have an energy. I have the mental capacity to make sure that this can happen the right way and on my terms. And that's exactly what I did, man. I stepped off the cliff, bro, and relied on my parachute, and like I'm okay.
Yeah. Now I do. So we say this on every show. We talk to 4 people, right? We talk to 4 people. Could be 1 and 2, could be 3 or 4, could just be one of the 4. But the first person we talk to is a person like you and I who is doing this journey and deciding to stay to the end, right? The next person is a person who, like PG, who does 1 enlistment or maybe 2 or 3 and decide to get out. A lot of my friends do. And, we can see success stories on that. The other one is maybe somebody that wants to come in, right? Yeah. And the last one is civilians who would have never interacted with a military member before. What would you say to one or all of them? Choose 1 or 2 people to kind of talk to directly. Either the one that's maybe in the middle of their middle of their career and wants to stay in. What would you tell that person? Or what would you tell the person who is thinking about getting out? I know entrepreneurship, I do want you to touch on that in both aspects, because being an entrepreneur while still being in the military can be challenging to navigate those waters. Can you speak a little bit on that?
Right. In regard, let's take it backwards now. Entrepreneurship in the military can absolutely be done, but you're going to get to a level in your entrepreneur. You don't want to get to that point in your entrepreneurship journey, in your military career, where you have to choose one or the other. It is a great feeling. However, if you finish out your enlistment, your term, you retire the military, you know exactly what you're going to get paid as far as what the military is going to pay you, not the VA, just the military.
Right.
And then you do the assessment on this side in regards to what's the potential of your entrepreneurship journey going to yield you. And if it outweighs this number over here, I'm not talking about the VA, I'm just talking about the Air Force, the military's number, which is typically low.
Right.
You'll know how to maneuver and make that decision in regards to your entrepreneurship journey. But also, too, if you're going to make the decision, you have to commit to it all the way. You got to lean in all the way, and everybody that's involved, your family, your children, have to know what decision you're going to make, because it's going to affect everyone.
Yeah.
Now, if you can just keep the entrepreneurship stuff at a certain level of success, right, and just maintain it and still build into your military career, like, I feel like that's the nominal way, you know what I mean? Because even though it's a small amount, it's for show money.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
It's for show money and it's for life. You can work on this and build it all the way up. But most entrepreneurs know, like, to have a successful business, you almost become a slave to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which bring up another point.
You work 24/7.
Yeah, which bring up another point. If you're doing that for revenue, you better love it. You better love what you do. Because if you love what you do, and it's your hobby, it's something that you wouldn't mind doing for free, it's not even considered as work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me as a barber now. Like, I don't even consider it as work. I call it work, but I get to go to the shop, hang out with the guys, cut hair, talk politics, sports, and watch all the significant games every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, I'm standing up all day, so you know what I mean. I'm getting my little bit of exercise. I'm getting my steps in, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's it's fun, man. It's fun. Every day is fun, man.
I mean, just a little tip on that entrepreneurship. When I was printing t-shirts in Florida, man, and Hustle noticed, he was my artist. He was sending me the pictures and the stuff to print on the shirts. I was doing it for him and a couple of the other guys. There was a point in the night or early morning where I would be like, if I finish this job, I'm just gonna shower and then go to PT.
Yeah.
Or I could stop right now, and if I fall asleep right now, I could get 4 hours of sleep and then go to PT.
Yeah.
Because it was just that bad, right?
Yeah.
Because once you get to work, you get to work, and work might run long, in inventories and stuff like that. So you be like, I know when I get to work, it's gonna be a long day. So for me, I might go ahead and just finish this and just have to, if I get through PT, I'm gonna have the energy for the rest of the day, in theory, right? Because you're gonna be pumped up from adrenaline for a while. But so that's a great point you said about entrepreneurship. I feel like I did what you said, is I did enough where the entrepreneurship bills paid itself.
Yeah.
Maybe not a whole bunch of money in my actual pocket, but it kept itself afloat.
Right.
And then I was able to still maintain enough because let's be real. Let's just be real. If 2 Chainz called me and be like, yo, I need 1,000 shirts, right? Now I got a choice, because I got to make these shirts, and now I got to call out of work or take leave or do these things and then make all this money. And now I'm looking at Sergeant Leonard like, man, you want me to do what? Man, I got 10 G's in my pocket, bro. Like, man, get out of here, right?
Yep.
And so that's the part of entrepreneurship too. If you get too hot, you might start looking crazy at SARS when you get there because you got more bread than him.
Right. Man, honestly,
but the crazy thing about the entrepreneurship too, though, is that just like Dub was touching on, that military, that career money is for show money, and it's till you die. The entrepreneurship, that way, you might do them 10,000, you might do that order for 10,000 this month, and 3 months later, you ain't got another order for 2. You know what I'm saying? It just happens like that. Like, that's the entrepreneur roller coaster. So you have to be prepared for that. And like you said, you have to love what you do. Right. Because if you don't, it don't make no sense. You're slaving for nothing.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It's all going to fizzle away. And that's what I found out, because I was cutting hair. I turned my living room into a barbershop when I was in Germany.
Okay.
Nice.
And luckily, I had the leadership that we had, but also too, I played it smart. I still made myself available, and I still made myself valuable in the sense of what I could do for the men and women that were still at the unit day in, day out when I wasn't there. They gave me this one job. I'm not going to say what it was. I told them, hey, look, put a young E5 under me, and I'm going to teach him the game of really networking. This is what these jobs were really doing. Hey, look, we need certain things to happen. We need to know the people that can actually make it happen for us. So I took this young E5 and showed him specifically how to network, gave him all the numbers that he needed to know. Say, hey, look, if you hit any linchpins in this process, just give me a call. I can handle it for you. They gave me a laptop. I took the laptop home. And whenever they asked questions or called me and needed something, whatever, I would turn around from the barber chair, hop on the laptop on my station, do what I need to do, send off emails, and be right back at cutting hair.
Wow.
I had the ear pods in my ear, so if anybody called me, I could talk freely and still be able to cut hair.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but that was at the end of my career. That was at the end of my career. So I was given a little bit more leniency. But also, too, I never said no in my younger years in regards to operations and TDYs. I always said, yes, I will go. I always went. I always did exactly what I needed to do to be successful or make the unit look successful in whatever they asked me to do.
Yeah.
And that was key. That was key for me to become the entrepreneur that I knew I could be, especially later in my career. And I found that honey zone. I found that balance, and they allowed that transition and for that to happen seamlessly without the unit even losing any value at all.
Oh, okay. Because you was able to put somebody in your place while you were transitioning out.
Absolutely, but also too, like really give him all the tools he needed to be successful. But also too, all the work that he was doing and all the work that I was doing, I made sure that his evaluations read like he did all of that work.
Yeah.
I didn't want any of that. Like that was all him. I just wanted to make sure that he was completely taken care of, full circle. Anything that
That's
he needed
good.
to do medically, anything he needed to do as far as family, you know what I mean? He would give me a call and I would carry that weight for him and make
Yeah.
sure things were done for the unit. You know what I mean? But when it came down to his evaluation, it all read like as if he had did all of it.
Man. So we're getting ready to wrap up here. I just got a couple quick questions and then we'll let you roll. Do you miss it?
I don't miss it. I just miss the camaraderie side of it. We had some smart and talented young men and women, and I love being in the office. You know, walking around, talking, joking. You know that type of energy. You know, it was always valuable to me. Like every one of us was from different parts of the world or the United States, and I always embraced that diversity in the unit.
Yeah.
But also too understanding like, man, I'm one of maybe 3 or 4 black guys in the unit, and me and you were the highest ranking black guys in the unit. So
Oh boy,
we were the
they
standard.
roll their eyes at us so hard, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. We were the standard, and it was important for us to make sure that we adhered to certain standards and did certain things a certain way to make sure that hey, look, our presence was felt, and hey, look, man, we know our craft, we understand our craft professionally to a T.
Yeah. So the other question is, if you could go back and knowing what you know now, would you get on that bus and go to basic again?
Yeah, absolutely, no question about it.
No question.
No doubt. I wouldn't change anything, man. Coming where I came from, like no one has ever been able to do it like I've done it. Even the veterans that I have in my family from the Marines and the Army and whatnot, they never like hit their peak in regards to the battlefield. But also too, they always had limited themselves in regards to getting out in the world. They always just wanted to come back home. That wasn't me, man. It wasn't an option. I love home. I love my people, but I've kind of outgrown it. I want more. I expect more of myself. I expect more of my family as well. So, yeah. Man, that's an awesome picture. That's Iraq in 2003 as an A1C.
A1C.
Yep.
That's in the wire or outside the wire?
That's in the wire.
Okay. It's in the wire. Okay. Woo.
Yep.
Boy, you was a young stud right there, boy.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you remember those DCUs with the butterfly collars, bro?
Yep.
Those are the ones, and we're dating ourselves, but those are the ones we had to treat ourselves for the bugs. You got to put them in the bathtub.
The DEET. Yeah.
The DEET. Oh, man. Well, those are the days, man.
This was back again in Iraq in 2008. This was my first like by myself outside the wire with a brand new A1C combat deployment. This was my first official, like, being a JTAC.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. This is when things got serious and got real for me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, and obviously y'all probably weren't taking pictures at the time, but hour after this picture, was it getting a little heated?
Yeah, actually, this was a part of that deployment. I was with the 1st Brigade of the 82nd Airborne, and we left. We did a torch with those guys. The first cap came in, and but just long story short, this deployment I supported. I want to say about 6 different units, British as well as American units. We were like. The leadership at the time, we were just an extra JTAC team, and they just moved us around to whoever needed an additional bomb dropper.
Wow.
So we constantly moved around.
So y'all got busy on that one.
Yeah. This picture is me departing Afghanistan from a rough 6-month tour in RC East, man.
You was in RC East?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
I was in 5 Shank down in the Southwest.
I was in at 5 Joyce and in Nanga. You remember the movie Restrepo?
Yeah.
That's the area that I was in charge of surveying, like the whole Kunar and Pesh River Valley, the southern portions of the Kunar and Pesh River Valley.
Bro, you look happy in the mud to be getting the heck up out of there.
You know what? That was just a snapshot, but I was not happy at all that entire tour. Somebody caught a rare smile out of me.
Oh wow!
I was angry. I would say 95% of that entire deployment.
Wow!
Damn. Yep. This was me.
Boy.
This was me and my second youngest son after the Afghanistan deployment. These are some of the moments that I definitely cherish, man.
Yeah.
Who
barbecues in the rain, bro?
Me, bro.
I do.
Me, bro. It's always a good time to barbecue, man. And that was my mentality. That was definitely my mentality back then.
Facts. It ain't never wrong, never bad time to barbecue.
You know what I'm saying? This picture on the right.
I keep mine on my porch, bro. I barbecue in the snow. I don't care.
That's the way you're supposed to do it, man. This picture on the right with me and my daughter, I think it was the first time her coming out here to Hawaii. And, we went out to this fast roping / 4-wheeling go-kart sand dune spot here in Hawaii, man. I had an amazing time,
man. So it looks like I gotta go out. I gotta come out and visit, bro. I gotta come and visit. So the last question, let's say your car broke down on the road, you're walking, this bus stops. Now this bus, I don't know why a bus is in Hawaii headed to basic training, but they are giving you a ride. But you're on a bus with some brand new trainees who hadn't even hit the base yet. What are we telling them? Are we telling them anything, or we just letting them ride?
You're gonna die. Nah, man. You know what? I mess with a lot of soldiers now, man, in regard to the current state of the world. But I mean, my thing is now it's like men and women in the military need to be sharper. You need to be sharper. You need to be thinking ahead. You don't need to be out in the world playing around or whatever. You need to understand and know your combat duties to a fault. Like, if your leaders don't know, you need to find out who does know. And said, what are my wartime duties? You should be asking those questions. Like, what are my wartime duties? What do you expect me to be function as when wartime starts to happen? Because, man, I promise you, in 2003, even sometime in 2008, bro, like, some of these guys just lost in the sauce. But also, too, me, to some degree, I didn't know everything, bro. When it came to me doing an air resupply.
Yeah.
Me calling an air resupply, a plane flying through and dropping a few pallets of water and MREs. I did not know how to do it. And you know where it was at? It was in one of the manuals that I was supposed to read all the time. An Army guy showed me that while I'm in combat. Right. That's not the place to learn. That's not the place to learn new information. Learn everything that you're supposed to know in regards to your wartime function. Yes, things do change. Things do change. Technology changes. We obviously see that in the world now. But you have to be on top of worst case scenarios. You have to think through the issues that you have now and what potential issues you could have in the future. That's what the greatest warriors, airmen, soldiers, sailors do. Exactly what they do. They think about the problems that they have now, answer those problems, find answers for those problems, and think about the potential problems that they have in the future and try their best to answer those issues as well.
Before they get to it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, Dub, we thank you. We appreciate you pulling up on us, man. As I knew you was gonna drop the gym. So we do want to invite you back for any other time that you would like to come back. The calendar is continuously open. So you get a thought, you want to talk about something that just radiating in your mind and your thoughts, you want to put it on wax per se, hit that link and come on back. But this moment right here is gonna be for you. I want you to give your plug. Where can they find you? Where can they follow you? What you up to? And just this is your address to the world.
Man, you can find me at Cooler_G. Cooler KUULER_GS at Instagram, and you also too can find me at Facebook at Ron Leonard or Leonard Ron. My barber Instagram is Superior Blends. Yeah, Superior Blends LLC. That's my barber tag on Instagram as well. Outside of that, and don't look for me.
Word. You got any parting words for us, Leonard?
Man, thank you guys for having me on the show tonight.
It was our pleasure.
In the future, I do want to get on here with my man DJ. He was one of you guys' past guest as well. I want to hop on here with DJ. DJ is one of the brothers I talk to almost every single month, and we're typically talking about what it means to fellowship, what it means to be brothers in the society, what it means to actually be involved in the community. You know what I mean? But also too, how important it is for us to actually communicate with each other in regards to what we're doing in the community, so we can create these not necessarily these communities, these functional communities that's going to help build each other up, not break each other down. You know what I mean? We need these communities across the world. Because, look, whenever I'm traveling close to wherever you at, I need to know certain things. I need to know what to eat. I need to know where to go and hang out. I need to know where not to hang out. I mean, the same thing if you guys came to Hawaii. Hey, look, you with me, you know I'm 100 Grand fam. I'm going to put you in all the best venues and spots and locations with the best people. So I really want to get on this podcast with him and talk about certain things like that, but also too, more importantly, I think fellowshipping as brothers.
Yeah.
And what it means to actually truly fellowship and really big each other up and talk about the process.
Yes, sir. We can definitely do that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, me and him have been always seen eye to eye. but we navigate our differences so gracefully that I think it adds value to any young men or older men who haven't figured out a way to actually deal with each other's differences. We have a problem within our society as far as the ego in regards to that.
Yeah.
If you're right, you know what I mean? Everybody else is wrong. No, like you could be wrong as well.
Man, sometimes I embrace being wrong because I learn. You learn off of that.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great point, P. Great point. PG, do you got any closing thoughts, closing words for us?
No, man, y'all already know what it is, man. BlackMoneyMediaLive.com, man. Go there, check your merch out, man. Go to the Redeployment Podcast tab, get your merch, man. And you already know, man. Just Cruise is out, man. PG the Hustler, man, on all streaming platforms.
You gotta give me a graphic for that so I can put it up, bro.
What, Spotify?
Yeah, for the PG the Hustler, Just Cruising. I need a graphic for that.
Yeah, that's the latest single. I got another one. You know, I got some other stuff coming out, and then Wifey is on her way out too, man. But other than that, that's all we got, man. And that's all we got for Black Money Media, man. Y'all check out Real Game No Gimmick podcast also. And don't forget to get your W, man. Go get your W if you need a little kick. Stop drinking all them poison energy drinks, them monsters and all that crap, man. Get you some coffee fruit extract in your system, man.
Yeah. And if you want to join the show, this link up here, right here, takes you to the calendar app. So just go in there, book your show. Come on, we gotta hear your story, man. This is so empowering for me. This podcast is for my mental health. I like to get on here. I like to talk shop. A lot of times when I go to work, I work on UNC campus. Those young folks, they don't understand the struggle. Like they work day is they got a C on there. Like, oh my God. And I'm like, you ain't seen no worse day. You know what I'm talking about? So I love to get on here with some like-minded folks, talk shop, and this is the platform to do it. So please, we want to hear your story. Please jump up there, click that link, and book yourself to come on here and share your story. Dub, I would love for you to share this with any other veterans that you know that would love to come give their story. Please send them our way. I'm no respected person. I'm waiting on a guest that me nor PG even know. And that right there will be the icing on the cake. That means we made it to my goal is to venture out past people I even know, and we can just bread with stories because I can lead in to you because I know you. But I can't really lead into a person I don't know, so I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm enjoying it for the first time. So I think that is one of my goals for this show. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming and pulling up. Thank y'all for being in the comments. Thank Black Money Media for sponsoring. Thanks WG for sponsoring. And look, we're gonna catch y'all next week at the Redeployment Podcast. Dub, hold to after the credits roll. Until next time, there's a saying we like to say, we love you.
We love you.
It ain't
nothing you can do about it.
All right. Peace.